Now, we've had a lot of very special guests on the show in the past. Actors, musicians, sports stars, comedians, even Super Bowl winners. But we've never had a Guinness World Record holder before, up until now, that is. Welcome to the show, Jacob Barnor.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me.
So, explain to our listeners, to our viewers, what the world record is that you've just landed.
So, I broke the world record for the quickest time to watch a game at every NFL stadium. I did that in 84 days, starting on opening night at the Bears-Packers and finishing last night on Thanksgiving.
32 NFL teams at home in 84 days. So, what possessed you to try something like this?
Well, I've been an NFL fan for 9-10 years maybe. I played American football back in the UK, and then there's lots of stadiums I've always wanted to go to, like Lambeau, Arrowhead, all the kind of old school ones. And then all these newer ones that were getting built, Atlanta, Minnesota, the list was starting to get very, very long. And I was decided it'd be really cool if I could go and see, 5 or 6 of them at a time, and maybe go every couple of years to try and see them all over my lifetime. And then I was looking it up, seeing if other people had done all of the stadiums, and I came across an article about somebody who did it and they broke the world record in 2015. And when I saw that, I just decided that'd be insane if I could do that. And so after a while of thought, I decided to give it a go.
So how much planning did it take?
Quite a lot. It was the first bit was the schedule. So the schedule drops officially around 1 a.m. in the UK. So I sat up till about 5 a.m. I think, just planning, is it possible? Is there a way round that does it quick enough? And so after about 4 or 5 hours, I found a couple of ways that worked. So then picked one that worked, and then it was a good 4 months probably of planning. So I think from the schedule dropping in April, I booked, everything wasn't booked until about mid-August. So there'd been a lot of planning to get all, accommodation, tickets, flights, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I bet. So Thursday night football helps, right? And Monday night football helps because it can obviously spreads out the ground you can cover. Did you do multiple games in a single day on a Sunday?
No, I haven't done multiple games in a single day. No, just the ones on Sunday. I thought about seeing if I could do, a 1 p.m. Eastern and then a Sunday night game, but I didn't need to break the record, and I figured that could end quite badly. Trying to get in and out of stadiums is no joke, as I've learned very quickly. So once I went to the first few games, I was like, I'm pretty glad I'm not trying to get anywhere on a game day.
Did you have any planes, trains and automobiles style Steve Martin, John Candy moments when everything travel-wise was going wrong?
It's not been too bad, to be fair. You'd have thought so. You'd have thought I take 27 flights, so you'd have thought something's going to go wrong with one of them. But luckily, all of my kind of flight delays were on days where the flight wasn't on a game day. So the only time I fly on a game day is on a Monday, because I have to go Sunday to Monday. Luckily, all of my delays were on like Fridays, so it wasn't too bad.
So Jacob, most important question, best tailgate?
I'd definitely have to say Buffalo. The people up there are a different breed. I've had a lot of people tell me, Bills Mafia, that they would be crazy, and it definitely lived up to it. The tailgate I went to, there was maybe thousands of people all coming for that one, and they bring this old 1980s Pinto, this big red car that it's all got its original parts, and they cook all the food on the car. So they had chicken skewers on screwdrivers cooking on there. There was pizza cooking in a filing cabinet, and then at one point they opened a mailbox and there was a full chicken cooking in there. So they got some crazy stuff they do up there. But Detroit was also really, really good as well for a tailgate. They even had a hot tub at their tailgate to keep you warm in the cold Detroit weather.
That is how you should tailgate, quite frankly. What about favourite stadium? Because you mentioned you saw some of the classic stadiums like Lambeau, Soldier Field, of course, you were there opening night. Then you've seen some of the new stadiums. Minnesota's, Atlanta's where you ended up, of course. Your final game Thanksgiving night was at Atlanta's newish stadium. So which was your favourite?
Atlanta was pretty good. I have to say it's huge. And these indoor stadiums freak me out a little bit because they're so big and they're indoor, but you feel like you're outdoors, and then they can open the roof. So I Dallas and Minnesota have been like pretty cool facilities, but Atlanta, I think, for me, blew them away. And then from the old school style stadiums, I loved Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Arrowhead as a, I love Kansas City as a city as well, but just when you look out at Arrowhead, especially if you're high up in the stadium, you can look back out and you can see into the parking lot, and all you can see if you're in your seat a bit early is just tailgates as far as the eye can see.
Right.
So that was a really cool atmosphere as well. The people there were great.
Yeah, they're a legendary bunch, aren't they, the Chiefs fans? So what have you got next? How are you going to follow up? What's your next world record going to be? You can try and break your own record? Are you going to tackle a different sport?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I keep getting a couple of people have asked me this. What am I going to do next? So I'm going to have to think. So if someone did say I should maybe try and do as many games in one season as possible. So yeah, who knows? I might have to save up for a bit longer before I try anything else crazy.
Well, I love the Football Wanderer tag as well, of course, as you go by, which has got Hollywood movie written all over it. So I suggest you get the next flight from Atlanta down to LA and start negotiating the movie rights for this one.
Yeah, I'll have to see who I can get to play me in the film.
I want to be in the film as myself. Can I just be in the background on a screen just for a couple of seconds as myself? Listen, congratulations. It's a cracking effort. We've been following you on social media as well. And if our listeners or viewers want to do the same, at JBB Football is how you follow the Football Wanderer on social media, because I'm sure there's more to this story. Looking forward to the follow-up, the difficult second album. In the meantime, get some kip. You've definitely earned it. Hope you enjoyed the Nat Coombs Show presented by Paddy Power Fantasy. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click subscribe to ESPN UK and you won't miss a trick.